What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka Triple Ranking. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification bell if you like to donate to the channel. Cash App in the description. You want to follow me on any other platform. Everything is the top description of my channel. With that being said, let's get this show on the road.
You are watching a master at work. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
Sophia, what's up, Sophia? God, let me see how loud this is, y'all. It is, man. Oh well. If I really told these folks where I work at, they'll be knocked off their feet. But I'm not even gonna put my job out there like that. Cause the way they'll be done goddamn call my job on me or some shit. Chiz Smooth got something to say about this whole Gucci man, Pooh Shiesty thing. We gotta catch up on it because I was asleep a little bit earlier.
Fine, you know, I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys, and so it begins. Now, you guys should already know how this goes, right? After the viral news of Pooh Shiesty getting arrested for kidnapping and robbing Gucci Mane, everybody that's ever been affiliated with Gucci is now going to come out and tell their side of the story. So that means we're about to hear from anybody Gucci Mane has ever tried to sign, anyone that he's ever signed, if you've ever cleaned his house. And yes, even the personal chefs are all going to come out with their own Gucci story. It's officially clap time, you guys. And especially because Gucci Mane is not going to speak on the situation yet, people are going to come out to try to paint him in a certain light. Now, TMZ actually broke the news that Pooh Shiesty and his crew on surveillance footage during the robbery. These were the still images that they released today. So that means the actual footage might be dropping soon. And that's not all, you guys. Pooh Shiesty's dad was actually granted $250K bond in court today, and he was ordered to be on house arrest. So that means we might be getting a little bit more details from him. You know somebody's going to pay him a bag for an interview. Now, speaking of interviews, one of Gucci Mane's former 1017 artists, K-Shy Day, is officially speaking out. She was part of that new wave of 10 years ago. Some of you guys might remember her, some of you guys might not. She was dropped very quickly after she was signed. Now she's speaking out today on the situation that
Chris,
happened
what up?
between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci.
Cold
According to her,
demo.
Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane had not been on the best of terms. Here's what she said.
We are. Yeah, I'll be mad too if a motherfucker won't let me on my contract. I'm in a situation right now where I want to hit a Pooh Shiesty on a motherfucker. Y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like everybody just like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody chose their own fate when it came to 1017. And I'm speaking for everybody because I don't have nobody here to speak for themselves. And two of my goddamn label mates is gone. Chant gone. Scar gone. I don't even know where the fuck Roboy at. Y'all got so many things, but y'all don't even know that Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty and Scar was beefing with Gucci the entire time. It was the back and forth of who leaving the label and who want to stay and come back and give me your chain or have your chain. Like, there was a lot of that shit going on. Why? It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that shit. At the end of the day, everybody wanted respect. That's why Shannon left. She didn't like what was going on. There was really no team with 1017 to where we had people that was really there, that was guiding us. It was just like all the calls was coming from everybody that they was putting in charge. And a lot of people that was in charge shouldn't have been in charge up there at Atlantic. And that's the real issue.
Now, this actually confirms the rumors that's been going on. You guys know Shiesty and Scar were cousins, and when he passed away, Gucci Mane wanted this 1017 chain back from his family. The family said there was a thing. Now, to be fair to K-Shy Day, she's been saying the same thing ever since she got dropped. Hey, 1017 was not an actual real label. There was no structure. There was nobody there to develop you as an artist.
Was it Atlantic? Was it Gucci? Was it Tech? Like, what was it?
Eric, we all, you know what's crazy? I don't know what the hell Fujiano was doing prior to him getting signed, but I know what me and G was doing. With this. He just chose talent. Like, oh, hell.
Yeah. This shit's scary, bro.
our different way. Like none of us was like the other. And I love that about us. We all were different. We all had our different styles. You know, it's very important when you have a label to have some type of team. Every artist needs to be managed some way, shape, or form. We got people that got their cousin and their homegirl, and their homeboy, and they my lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have proper management and proper guidance. You know, when I joined, I didn't really have like solid management or anything like that. I had somebody that I had been working with, called him my manager. You know, I had an attorney, she became my manager. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have a solid team. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're an artist who doesn't, when you're an artist who gets thrown in, like the way we was thrown in 2020 was, we were on top of the world. Like 1017 and every artist, like it'd be funny because some people be like, oh yeah, we don't know you, and I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Girl knew who everybody was, you know, a part of the team.
Hey, how we reacted to Chid's move.
They start you people gotta, I don't know, it's just a management, you know, like the picking and choosing of A&Rs, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody not an A&R. I think all A&Rs need to go to school for being an A&R. I don't think that the street A&R, you know.
Most A&Rs don't know what A&R stand for.
They don't. They think of it as like a control measure. Like, oh, I'm in charge of this artist and they're gonna do what I say.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Listen, man, I don't know what kind of label Gucci was running, but at this point, it's time to end 1017. Right now, there's too many negative press around 1017, the label. A lot of people feel like once you get signed there, you probably got about 2 years left to live, or you end up in jail. And with all the rumors going around about Gucci being a bad CEO, I'm not sure if anybody's going to want to sign with him again. You tried to rebrand the label with the new 1017, it didn't work. Bro, it's time to let it go. You guys get in the comments below. Do you guys believe
All right, y'all, we're gonna
Day?
check out Cut to the Chase TV. That's what we react to.
Nah, man, this ain't it. My mom straight up whispering at me. Then I got.
What's up, fam? This your boy, Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you Negroes today. Now, we all heard about Pooh Shiesty getting arrested after he allegedly robbed and kidnapped Gucci Mane. And the moment the news hit the internet, everybody began speculating, everybody gave their opinion, and then everybody was left in shock once the paperwork dropped. Because yes, it's Mane got robbed and kidnapped, but we all believe that Gucci Mane didn't cooperate. Gucci Mane stood his ground. We thought when the police knocked on Gucci Mane's door, he said, hell no, I ain't telling y'all what happened. Go find out. But according to the paperwork, we was wrong. Not only did Gucci Mane snitch, he did a damn good job at doing it. First of all, he put Pooh Shiesty out of the lineup. He described his clothing to police. And if that ain't bad enough, he even gave police Pooh Shiesty Instagram handle. And the moment that paperwork dropped, the street niggas begin getting in shambles right now. They Gucci Mane has exposed for snitching. Cause let's be honest, you rich, got a bad girl, you caught a body, you rapped about it. So when they found out that Gucci Mane was snitching, it's almost like a kid finding out that Santa Claus is not real. They was that earth. But I'm looking at it from this point of view. Pooh Shiesty's gonna be away from a long time. We can call him stupid, we can call him dumb, but like I always say, I sympathize with Pooh Shiesty. His mama, she talking like she ain't got no damn sense on that first day out freestyle. Say, man, hey man, she doing all that. I knew he was doing from the beginning. Then his dad, little short pudgy nigga, throwing up gang signs, rocking Nike Tech outfits at 60, and my son rich. I'm chilling. I'm wearing open-toe sandals. You won't catch me on the yacht. I'm not running around with my crimes. I'm damn sure not playing no rock. He's a wild dude. Low IQ, but he's talented. So sometimes you gotta pull his coattail. Sometimes you gotta run through shots to your hey, but no, we ain't doing that. Cause who the hell thought it was a good idea to rob? You signed, man. He pulls up, he want to sign the paperwork. You pull out a Glock and make him do it. What's next? Did anybody ever think about that? Did anybody think about the consequences if we get? See, I know they thought Gucci Mane was a street dude. They thought Gucci Mane cared about his reputation. They thought Gucci Mane wasn't gonna tell, and that's the mistake they made. Cause I'm here to say, anybody will fold. Anybody will feel slighted. Anybody will feel hurt. If you pull out a Draco, put it to their head and say, sign this paperwork, anybody will tell. I don't give a damn how hard a nigga portray himself to be. I don't care how much street cred a dude got. If he's facing that situation, he telling his ass off. I'm just being real with you guys. Now, a lot of people is saying, why did Pooh Shiesty rob and kidnap Gucci Mane? What would make Pooh Shiesty crash out? I know the reason. The reason why Pooh Shiesty crashed out, he wanted to get out that 1017 contract. That is true. That's the main reason Pooh Shiesty did this, but it's deeper than that. Because it gotta be a reason why he no longer wants to be signed to Gucci Mane. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a American rapper named Big Scar. Gucci Mane signed him a few years back. He's Pooh Shiesty's cousin. All is well. They both signed to Gucci Mane. They dropping music. Big Scar is popping. Pooh Shiesty is popping. Pooh Shiesty gets arrested. Facing 4 years in prison. Shiesty is locked up. Big Scar passes away due to a drug overdose. And the moment Big Scar passes away, Gucci Mane called his family and 17 changed back. And he felt offended. They was hurt. They only paid for half of his funeral. Don't take a listen to what Big Scar said about Gucci Mane.
Way more than what Gucci put in. Fuck you talking about some flowers.
Now let's stop. Is Gucci Mane obligated to pay for Big Scar? Sign him to a record label. I get that he gave him an opportunity, but this is a real question I want to ask you guys. Just because you sign a rapper to your record label, if he passes away, are you obligated to pay for his funeral? Because why we always treat rappers like petulant children? We act like they ain't got no sense. I be a record deal. They come out talking crazy. We talking about I ain't doing enough when I showed a check for $20,000 that I gave them. Watch it, it get worse.
But it was gonna get paid for regardless. He won't always, he ain't getting no fuck. Get fucked on receipts. When nobody give a fuck about them receipts showing them 20K. What the fuck I said? It's on the receipt.
Crazy that sounds. They said Gucci Mane ain't doing enough to him, but Gucci Mane's wife, she should gave them $20,000. And Big Scar sister say, F the receipts. He only gave us $10,000. Well, he gave y'all $10,000 at least. You can put him in the ground for that. See, if you ain't got the money and you gotta scramble and scrape for the finances, sometimes you gotta bury your loved one on a budget. I seen it happen all the time. Happened to my cousin. He was a street nigga, running the streets, beefing with everybody. He didn't have his finances in order and he was taken out. So we had to bury him, but we didn't have no money. So we buried his ass on the budget. He didn't have the nice little suit on. He had a white t-shirt. He had blue jean shorts on, and he had his favorite shoes with some red Chuck Taylors. Now that he was in that casket, but we didn't give a damn because we had to bury him. We buried him. But let's continue.
What the fuck? She just trying to clear up her husband's name. He ain't trying to come to us and talk to us as a man. He ain't trying to come and talk to us as a man. He ain't called my daddy phone about shit. He ain't called my daddy phone about shit. And then he blocked us. We ain't money hungry. We don't need his motherfucking money. Cause he was gonna get paid regardless if he would have sucked that 10K or not. The fuck is wrong with y'all? And we keeping them chains. He not getting them chains back. My brother earned them motherfucking chains.
Now, I know a lot of people said Gucci Mane was petty for asking for the chains, but I'm gonna keep the film. I give him my record label chain. It's my brand. He passes away, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that back from him. I don't want the family members passing the chains around, little cousin wearing it, he taking it to school. No, that's my brand. I don't want my brand just associated with anybody. You damn right. Big Scar earned the chain. He's no longer here. I'm just being real with y'all guys on that. So I don't blame him one bit. And then, you know, not only did Big Scar's sister speak out, Big Scar's brother spoke out as well. This is what he had to say about Gucci Mane.
On the family, but you text about some change. Can't believe you could. On God, I can't believe you could. There ain't nothing with you. Like, bro, you better not come try to get these change. None of it could. On God, you don't, bro, we're gonna have a real problem. What you thought you just finna use my brother to get screams and woo, then went my them chains, hours, everything that we got hours. You not getting it back, boy.
See, I don't like that. I don't like your mom. You gotta be level-headed. See, if I was Big Scar family, I'd get Gucci Mane on the phone. Hey, you know Big Scar got a funeral. You want the chain back? I don't mind giving it to you, but you're gonna have to buy them back. What you got? Pay for his funeral, put a little money in our pocket, here go the chains. Is that a deal? That's how you handle that. But getting on the internet, popping your neck, twirling your finger around, that ain't the business, my dude. Come on, man. You gotta outsmart. You gotta think smart. You can't think emotional. And that's what he's doing. But let's continue.
Oh God, you knew not to show a big thing from him. Even if you would have came, you gonna get stopped at the my man, fool. You plucked. On God, you plucked. I can't even bleed in mine. Did yet. We talking about Gucci little flirt. Yes. Mr. Having all this money, that man lied. Like, this the crazy thing. You say to them you finna pay for the firm, then you lie.
Like we called you. You hear that? So they going off on Gucci Mane. Meanwhile, Pooh Shiesty is in prison. And you know what's going on? They call him Pooh Shiesty. They telling Pooh Shiesty what's going on. And Pooh Shiesty is in a penitentiary mindset. He's mad as hell. So you know when he gets out, everybody's gonna rekindle those flames. Hey, you finna go back to Gucci Mane, 10-17. You know, we ain't really rocking with Gucci Mane. He did your cousin Big Scar wrong. Yeah, we ain't really rocking with him like that, right? And you already know when these rappers are young, they sign a messed up deal, they get hot, and they start looking at their contract, people start getting in their ear, people start telling them, hey, you know you in a messed up deal. Dang, he jerking you, man. Look how much money you making. Look how much money you getting. Gucci Mane eating real good off of you. And you tell a dude like Pooh Shiesty that, he's gonna act on that. Because Pooh Shiesty believes standing on business. I'm not gonna let nobody play with me. If I feel like it ain't square business, then I gotta take matters into my own hand. And that's exactly what Pooh Shiesty did. And I'm mad at his father. You don't be that old. You don't be the OG of the crew and you let some stuff like this go down. Because if Pooh Shiesty was my son, the moment him and Gucci Mane started arguing and Pooh Shiesty said, hey, Big 30, go get my bag.
He's right, you know.
I know what's in his bag. I'm tackling Pooh Shiesty. I'm smacking him up. We fight. You ain't finna mess this up. Sometimes as a dad, you gotta handle your son that way. Let Pooh Shiesty be my son. And he say, Big 30, get my bag. I know what's in the bag.
He's right, you know.
You ain't doing a damn thing. What's the hell wrong with you, Shiesty? We finna fight right then and there. Cause I can't let him get that bag because I know he gonna mess it up. My job as a father is to keep my son out of jail.
Built this entire social media platform on Emergent, fully functional, fully vibe coded. The only problem was buying. Then I found out that you can get your own.
Even if it means a win for Gucci Mane. Hey, let him go. Big 30, get your big ass from in front of that door. You free to leave, Gucci Mane. That's what happens. I'm the dad. This ain't going down on my watch. If y'all gonna do something like this, y'all gotta plan it without me. I'm gonna set everybody straight. Ain't nobody getting robbed, ain't nobody getting kidnapped. I'm thinking 10 steps ahead of everybody. So, you know, so that's why I'm mad at him. You the OG, man. How you let something like that go down? Now, the streets is mad at Gucci Mane because the paperwork dropped and they saying he snitched. And I'm gonna attempt to defend Gucci Mane because a lot of people think I came hard on Gucci Mane. I'm not mad at Gucci Mane. What I'm saying is Gucci Mane portrayed himself to be a street dude, big goo-wop. I'm the big bad wolf, I'm the big bad bear. The moment you get your ass robbed and hog-tied, you in the police station telling every goddamn thing. And that's the only thing I'm saying. But do I think Gucci Mane is a snitch? No, I think he's a victim of a crime. I consider a snitch is if you gang banging and you do something with the homies, y'all get arrested, you flip and tell on everybody. If you part of a drug organization, you get arrested, you flip and tell on everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I consider a snitch. So I don't consider you being a victim of a crime a snitch. What do we expect Gucci Mane to do? Just take it? And it's actually some people that's mad at Gucci Mane. Yo, Gucci Mane should have just let Pooh Shiesty out the contract, man. Gucci Mane set Pooh Shiesty up, man. He being brokish, man. Nah, that's a deal.
Yeah, deal.
I signed you for a contract. I took a chance on you. The investment works out. You got the #1 song. Who the hell let Pooh Shiesty out that contract? Hell no. I'll fight you for that. That's what Gucci Mane was willing to do. He was willing to go to war with Pooh Shiesty before he let him out that contract. Gucci Mane already know. If I let Pooh Shiesty out this contract, he gonna go sign with Gotti. I just seen you in the studio with Glorilla. You shouting Yo Gotti out on songs. Yo Pops is cool with Yo Gotti. I think Yo Gotti been in y'all ear. So ain't no way him letting you out that contract. They gonna sign with my enemy. So hey man, it is what it is, man. I think that's the real reason why Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane and kidnapped him. Now you know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for Big 30. That's who I feel bad for because he seems like a yes man. He seems like a goofy, you know, Pooh Shiesty telling you go get the bag, you run and actually go do it. They tell you stand your wide ass in front of the door, you do it. You ain't had no sense enough to say no. You were doing good when Pooh Shiesty was locked up. You wasn't getting arrested, you wasn't getting pulled over. The moment Pooh Shiesty come home, you lose your damn mind. Because you're not a leader.
Now you on the run like a goddamn dummy. Stupid, bro. Dumbass.
You're following. Let Pooh Shiesty be my homeboy. He would just been mad at me. Hey, cut, go get that bag. Oh, hell no. I know what's in that bag. Hey, we ain't doing that Shiesty. Hell no, no. You finna talk to Gucci Mane like a man. Yeah, you gonna be mad at me. It is what it is. Hey, cut, stand in front of the door. I'm good. Y'all free to leave? Hell no. Cause you gotta look. Sometimes you gotta say.
That's how you stay free though. What Cut to the Chase saying is true, y'all. Y'all gotta think before y'all react, bro. Just by him standing in front of that door and going to get them guns, he going to jail for a long time, bro. I mean a long time. This is crazy, bro. We going to Law and Crime Network. We about to check this one out. See what they talking about. Talking about the same thing though, but they telling us.
So what's your parents' native language?
What up? What up?
French? Do you speak French?
No.
Do you want to hear yourself speak French?
What's up? What's up?
We're speaking to this app really quick, and then
we have a bombshell new legal case on our hands. The alleged robbery.
Where you tapping in from? I forgot.
Of rapper Gucci Mane.
This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we'll bring you swiftly to justice.
Wait until you hear not only the allegations, but the evidence, surveillance, Instagram fingerprints. It is something to say the least. We have the criminal complaint that lays out everything, and we're going to break it all down for you right now.
Appreciate you for coming back, big dog. Put your hand together for South Bend, y'all.
Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, I have to share some really exciting news, okay? We've spent so much time together here at Law and Crime obsessing over every wild twist, late night case that we wanted to find a way to get you even closer to the action. That is why we're finally launching Law and Crime Plus. This is your new go-to spot for thousands of hours of commercial-free episodes and exclusive case files where you can really dive into the evidence yourself. We really built this for the community of people that stay up late analyzing every detail while waiting for a verdict, so it's just as much as your space as it is ours. Go ahead, download the app, check out the features, let us know what you think. You can head on over to longcrimeplus.com today to start our limited time deal for just $3.99 a month or $40.99 for the year. How do you even make sense of this headline? Rapper Gucci Mane was allegedly robbed and kidnapped by other rappers? So as the Department of Justice puts it in the release statement, quote, this week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, were federally charged for kidnapping and robbing at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas, announced United States Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Ryan Rabel. 8 of the 9 were arrested in Dallas, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee. The charged defendants include Lontrell Williams Jr., aka Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., aka Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Terrence Rogers, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel. Actually, by the way, there was a press conference held yesterday, and I want you to listen to that moment where they talk about that one person who was missing in this, right? So there's people who's charged, but not everybody had been arrested. So this is United States Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Ryan Rabel.
One of the individuals that's been charged has not had his initial appearance yet, but agents are actively working to locate and bring him to court.
Big 30, he on the run.
And I wanted to touch on that actually. Eric Bush was a KRLD. Since there's one person you're still trying to come in, I guess it's on.
He's right, you know.
Initial appearance, you said that you
Agents are working to find him. The complaint has already been unsealed, and a number of these defendants have had their public hearing already, their initial appearance, and so it's already out there that this individual has been charged, and so that information is in the public record. But I trust that the agents will be able to identify this person and find them and bring them to justice. Of course, that person can turn themselves in immediately.
And I have a 32-page criminal complaint that was filed in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas that I'm going to break down for you as simply as possible. I want you to know the allegation, the potential evidence, the parties, okay? Gives you an idea about what this case is about. And I got to say this before I even get into it. You're going to understand after I go through this why these individuals were arrested in light of this alleged evidence, but all of them are innocent until proven guilty. I gotta say that because again, you're gonna listen to this and you might be saying, wow, the evidence against them is arguably really bad, but nothing has been proven as of yet. Okay, with that caveat, let's get into it. So this is an affidavit. It is a sworn statement from an FBI special agent in support of a criminal complaint. And this is the statement of probable cause that crimes were committed, okay? It starts by claiming that on January 10th, 2026, the victims, who are only identified by initials, by the way, and they include RD, which we have to assume is Gucci Mane, because his real name is Radrick Davis. They say they were robbed and kidnapped at gunpoint at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. Now, there was apparently a scheduled meeting between RD and suspect Lontrell Williams Jr. And apparently, this hip-hop artist is known as Pooh Shiesty, and he was reportedly signed to RD's record label, 1017 Records. Now, this meeting was reportedly about a contract dispute. This is, again, according to prosecutors. And it seems that Williams Jr. wanted out. So the affidavit claims that when RD and the other alleged victims in this case, and others, go into this office building, they realize it's closed. So Williams Sr., this is apparently Williams Jr.'s father, was apparently trying to book a recording studio that day for his son and for RD to record music. Williams Sr. was apparently talking to this unidentified individual just known as JN, another player in this, who owns the studio. It's inside this office building. So now you get the geography, what we're talking about here. So the affidavit includes apparent stills from surveillance footage that arguably shows William Sr. speaking to someone on the phone outside the building. I'm going to give you a little preview here. There are a lot of stills in this criminal complaint. And by the way, that helps corroborate the details. It helps corroborate the timeline. It helps corroborate the events that are laid out. You have.
I mean, Gucci ain't had to tell nothing, but everything looked like it's caught on camera. So, I mean, how you gonna tell and it's on camera?
Reportedly time-stamped stills of this surveillance video. Now, an assistant reportedly arrives to help with production at 3:39 p.m. that day, and the affidavit claims that this father and son duo, the Williamses,
Jackson's a fraud and a never-Trumper. Fox News just exposed Jackson bankrolled Trump's.
Williams, is arguing with somebody on the phone. Okay, they're arguing. And I'm going to read you this verbatim. Quote, at approximately 3:43 p.m., Williams Jr. and Williams Sr., Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, Glover, and McDaniel entered the east side of the office building. The target suspects walked through the lobby area of the office building before going inside the studio. One individual with a dreadlock hairstyle, later identified as Gibson, can be seen on video exiting the office building and shortly thereafter returning with a bag slung over his shoulder. Again, embedded in this complaint are the apparent surveillance stills.
They got a bag right there.
Now, the affidavit claims they go into this studio where the victims were, the alleged victims were, and there are stills, by the way. They included the studio lobby, the control room, the recording room. And at one point, it is alleged that Williams Jr., who was, by the way, I was blown away by this detail, was allegedly wearing an ankle monitor, okay, goes to speak to RD privately about the contract. I'll talk about the ankle monitor in a second. But there is allegedly an argument, and it ends up with Williams Jr. being accused of taking out a black AK-style pistol and pointing it at RD, allegedly demanding he sign the contract release paperwork. Now, RD allegedly complied, signed it, again, we're assuming this is Gucci Mane, and there was the claim that RD, seemingly Gucci Mane, was not allowed to leave as he was being held at gunpoint. There are allegations that Wright allegedly recorded RD signing the paperwork and being forced to say he released Williams Jr. from the contract, and then afterwards it's alleged that Williams Jr. took RD's wedding ring and watch and earrings and cash. I do wonder if they have that video. Okay, I do wonder if they have that. But I'm going to read you verbatim again from the complaint. Waters, Rogers, Johnson, Glover, McDaniel, and Gibson produced handguns or AR-AK-style pistols and began to demand property from BP and MM. BP was pushed onto a couch in the control room while an individual known to BP as CMO Dam Fu and part of Williams Jr.'s crew searched his pockets and stole his wallet. BP's chain and a necklace were stolen from his neck. McDaniel threatened to shoot BP for moving, but Williams Jr. instructed McDaniel not to. MM was choked from behind to the point of nearly losing consciousness during the kidnapping and robbery, resulting in scratches on his neck and wrist. Now, embedded in the complaint are what appear to be photos seemingly showing cuts or abrasions on MM's neck and wrist.
So that's the white
There's a
boy.
claim that his wallet and watches and a Louis Vuitton bag and headphones were stolen. And if you're wondering about the security, right, didn't they have security with him? Well, the claim is that the victim's security realized they were outnumbered and outgunned. Goes on to say, quote, RD was pushed onto the couch in the control room, again, we're talking seemingly about Gucci Mane, causing the victims to believe they were going to be executed. Williams Jr. placed the barrel of a firearm to the back of BP's head and ordered him and RD to leave the control room in the studio through the west entrance of the office building. RD then instructed CW and TD to escort them to their vehicle. As the victims left, MM turned to Williams Jr. and asked him if they were really taking his watches. Based on later recovered surveillance video footage, the target suspects left the studio and the office building through the east entrance at approximately 4:48 p.m. And from there, the affidavit lays out the suspects reportedly leaving the building and also the cars that were believed to be connected to them traveling northbound. Now, how did they find the alleged suspects? So this is really interesting. We're going to start with vehicle identification. So the affidavit claims that Wright's father owns a 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat with Tennessee plates. The authorities apparently use license plate readers to track the Charger following another car, a Dodge Ram. We're talking about 2:18 p.m. on January 10th. And they claim that that Dodge Ram looks like the one on surveillance video near the crime scene later that afternoon. They apparently used license plate readers to also link the Charger traveling very close to a white Buick Enclave, and using rental records, they determined that the Enclave was rented by William Sr. Let's go to electronic location monitoring. Remember when I said the ankle monitor for Williams Jr.? Well, apparently, he was serving a sentence for federal drug and weapons charges. Home detention, had to wear an electronic monitoring device, so they're able to use location data from that device to seemingly...
So this dummy, man, come on, bro. This is, I don't know, bro. This is, it's so stupid that it seems like it's like a setup almost. This shit's stupid, bro.
Track his apparent movements near the crime scene. And then the affidavit claims that Williams Sr. and Williams Jr. went to a Staples store earlier in the day. Why? The allegation is to print off the contractual release paperwork, which again was a key part of this whole alleged dispute and incident. Now the feds say surveillance video and...
They didn't even have their own copy machine. Come on, bro.
PS data put them there. Cell phone records. You know these are always key in a criminal investigation, right? I'm going to read you verbatim what it says. Stay with me. This is a big part. Investigators obtained cell phone records for Williams Jr., Williams Sr., Wright, Rogers, and Gibson, and telematics location data and records for the Dodge Charger Hellcat and the Dodge Ram. Records indicate Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, and Gibson traveled together from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas, Texas in the Dodge Charger Hellcat and the Dodge Ram. They left Memphis on January 8, 2026 and arrived in Dallas in the early morning hours of January 9, 2026. The data from Glover's electronic monitoring device aligns with these cell phone records. On January 10, 2026, from approximately 2:28 p.m. to approximately 2:46 p.m., Williams Jr., Williams Sr., Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, the Dodge Charger Hellcat, and the Dodge Ram were in the area of the Windrose Tower, a location Williams Jr. resided prior to moving. They all traveled together to the area of a fenced location, meaning the crime scene, arriving at approximately 3 p.m. The data from Williams Jr.'s electronic monitoring device and location information for the Buick Enclave aligned with the cell phone records. Williams Jr., Williams Sr., Wright, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, the Dodge Charger Hellcat, and the Dodge Ram traveled together from the area of the offense location, leaving at approximately 4:50 p.m.
It's just crazy this man had a fucking goddamn ankle monitor on doing this shit. Like, bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. This is some real shit.
The area of the Star in Frisco,
Some
Texas, arriving at approximately 5:07 p.m. Look how exact this is. Williams Jr., Williams Sr., Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, and Gibson utilized towers with coverage that includes the Star until approximately 9:30 p.m. The data from Williams Jr.'s electronic monitoring device and location information for the Buick Enclave aligned with the cell phone records. Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, the Dodge Charger Hellcat.
I think they said Big 30 was recording them holding the guns on him and him recording the message saying that Pooh Shiesty is out of the deal now.
And the Dodge.
But that don't, like, even though he signed that, it was committed no crime. It's under duress. So yeah, that's like.
I have to keep repeating it because I think it's important that you identify the different parties here and the different sources of location. Traveled together from the area of the Star in Frisco to the area of the Comfort Inn, where they remained overnight. Williams Jr. and Williams Sr. remained in the area of the Star overnight. Goes on to say, cell phone records indicate that on January 13, 2026, Wright, Johnson, and Waters traveled together with the Dodge Ram from Dallas, Texas to Memphis, Tennessee. So, if these allegations are true, you are seeing firsthand in detail how difficult it is in 2026 in an urban environment to commit a crime and not be tracked. This is a digital world, digital prosecution, and it can be very tough for defense attorneys to argue against the reliability of this data, particularly if you're combining different forms of data. cell phone with surveillance, with GPS monitoring, right?
Come on, bro.
But you heard the Comfort Inn, by the way, according to the affidavit. The Comfort Inn records confirmed, or allegedly confirmed, that Gibson paid for 4 rooms at the hotel. So now you have financial records, documentation. Investigators reviewed surveillance footage from the Comfort Inn and observed Wright, Johnson, Waters, Rogers, Gibson, Glover, McDaniel inside the Comfort Inn, all clad in clothing similar to what the suspects in the kidnapping and robbery appeared to be wearing. And in the affidavit are literal side-by-side comparisons of the alleged players, what they were seemingly wearing at the crime scene versus what they were
they got
wearing
too much
at the
information,
Comfort
bro.
Inn. Again, all allegations, but you see why this is building up. Now, there's also a section about how investigators found prints, so we're talking fingerprints, latent prints, of Gibson and Rogers on these red Solo cups too that were apparently left at the crime scene. We move on to social media. This one's next level, okay? So apparently investigators compared the descriptions of Williams Jr. from the victims, like how they described him, to an Instagram account at Pooh Shiesty. And investigators say it shows a match. And they end up doing that for Williams Sr. and Wright and Waters, and how even there are photos apparently of them together online, and how they even match state IDs with these accounts too. And I gotta call out Rogers here. Quote, on surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers can be seen exiting the building carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag MM reportedly stolen. On January 15, 2026, so just a few days later, Rogers posted a video on @DamnFool375 showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Master 2 with an oyster steel band that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM, who provided investigators with photos.
He put the watch online, like, bro. These guys, man, I don't get it, bro. Like, I guess these guys, they like jail because that's exactly where they going, bro. There ain't no way out of this one, bro.
And the serial number.
Ain't no way out of this shit.
Additional posts on @DamnFool375 show Rogers wearing shoes similar to those he wore during the offense. And they embed photos allegedly showing this too. From Glover's Instagram, here's a sample. January 11th, 2026, a story featuring a large amount of cash, a Rolex visually similar to the one stolen from MM, and a location tag of Dallas, Texas. January 17th, 2026. A story showing Glover with a Rolex that appears identical to the one stolen from MM, stating he got a new look, believing slang for watches or necklaces. January 19th, 2026, videos of Glover wearing a necklace with a 1017 pendant that appears identical to the one stolen from BP. So the allegation being you didn't only steal all this.
Well, it is, bro. I don't get it, bro.
You flaunted it. Now, defense attorneys would say, not the same necklace, they own this. These are kind of rare items, though, particularly when you're talking about that Rolex. And I'm sure they could have a dispute about whether or not these items were actually stolen or not. But again, timing,
that look like a Daytona 500.
Rarity of these items, something to keep in mind. Innocent until proven guilty, problematic. Now, something else that I have to note that may be used as evidence later on. So when you apparently go to these guys' like Instagram pages, from what I can see, they're pretty much scrubbed. They might have a couple posts still up, but that appears to be it. You know, Shiesty still has a lot on it, so it's kind of hard to tell if stuff has gone from that. But if prosecutors can prove that they deleted stuff to potentially destroy evidence or try to hide from authorities, that will be interesting. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe it was deleted after their arrest for some reason or after the charges. I don't really know, but it's something I've noticed. And then in this paperwork, they do something that I think is really interesting, and I'll just say kind of refreshing, because in this criminal complaint, at least for my analysis purposes, they really list out the evidence against each defendant very clearly. So for example, Lontrell Williams Jr., eyewitness accounts state that Williams Jr. brought RD into the recording studio and demanded that RD sign the release contract at gunpoint before taking RD's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and cash. Eyewitness accounts also placed Williams Jr. in the room when the additional kidnapping and robberies of MM and BP occurred. Cell phone records, electronic location monitoring, and surveillance footage place Williams Jr. at the offense location. Electronic location monitoring data also places Williams Jr. at a Staples location with his father, believed to be printing the termination contract prior to arriving at the offense location. And they do this again for every one of the
They didn't even have a copy machine to print the paperwork that they had Gucci sign. You went to Staples, bro. You told on yourself.
Set forth above, there is probable cause to believe that on January 10th, 2026, in the Dallas Division of the Northern District of Texas, DeMarcus Glover, Demarion Gibson, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, Terrence Rogers, Kadarius Waters, Lontrell Williams Jr., Lontrell Williams Sr., and Rodney Wright Jr. conspired to and committed kidnapping in violation of 18 USC 1201 A and C. By the way, when you hear like that they're together in the same room while there's other robberies going on, that's the agreement, right? Conspiracy is an agreement to commit a crime, and what were the overt steps taken in furtherance of that agreement? And my understanding,
what's good, homie?
The sentence of up to life imprisonment. This is
the record, Mikey. What up?
I mentioned this before. I'll mention it again. There was a press conference that was held, and it happened yesterday. I want to play you some more sound from it, okay? It fills in some of the details.
Hit the like button, Mike, if you ain't hit it. What's up, though?
About the victims, and I think it's interesting.
Hey, what you think about this whole Gucci man thing, man? The whole Pooh Shiesty. They say Gucci told, but, bro, we just went through this whole live, bro. This live, bro. Bro, it was too much information that they got. They got camera footage, phone. Pooh Shiesty had a fucking ankle monitor on, bro. They got video footage of the Big 30 going to get the guns. Like, it's like, bro, y'all can say Gucci Man told as much as y'all want to say that shit, but that shit don't really hit right with me because I'm like, y'all trying to make the man out to be a snitch. And they move too sloppy. They move sloppy as fuck, bro. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Salute. I'm about to hit this Jay-Z one, then I might do one after that, but yeah, this shit getting ugly, bro. This shit getting real ugly about this Gucci shit. They trying to call Gucci a rat out here, man. It was so much evidence, man.
With another one, they say.
Oh yeah, we checking out Hip Hop Booty, y'all. We checking out Hip Hop Booty. That's who we reacted to, y'all. Let's go.
Jay-Z friends.
Yeah, that shit is sketch, bro.
Switching sides, turning against them. Let's see what's going on, man. At this point, it's crystal clear that Jay-Z's PR return and that PR interview that was scripted was a complete failure. It had the opposite effect on the public. It did make the public see Jay-Z as more human. It actually made us think that Jay-Z is actually worse than we thought, to be honest. Now, I knew that it was over for Jay-Z, and I knew that, like, Jay-Z's, I don't know, reign.
I gotta go to work in a little while. Shit, I'm just chilling, man. I took a damn nap earlier, bro. I couldn't really get back to sleep.
Terrified to criticize Jay-Z. When I see they start speaking up against Jay-Z, when I see they start, I ain't gonna lie, that's the same way they did Puffy, though. That's when you know it's over. When the people that always been on your side get switching up on you. Attacking Jay-Z and going at
But
Jay-Z.
see, these dummies, I'm gonna tell you where they fucked up at. This is where they really fucked up at. These dummies put the damn, shit, the only one I really use is on Pro Tools, and that's Auto Tune. That's the only one I use. I got like the core shit. I ain't got the one with all the extra shit, but I do got I did download that. I do got that on my other computer though. I got that joint. And I know how to change the settings real good to like hone it in and make it sound a certain type of way. Like it's just really your settings, how you got it set when you actually recording that shit. And also, if you want to pre-record with it, or you want to put it on your vocals after you record, it's
The
up to
reward of
you.
criticizing Jay-Z
What you use?
is now greater than whatever risk that comes with not being a friend of Jay-Z. And once the reward outweighs the risk, you're about to see a whole bunch of grifters hop on board the anti-Jay-Z train that we've been on. See, Jay-Z spoke on capitalism or spoke on like being criticized for being a capitalist. I haven't really heard people criticize Jay-Z for being a capitalist. I've heard people criticize Jay-Z for effing people over in business deals and being grimy and being slimy. But Jay-Z spoke on capitalism. And from what he said in regards to capitalism, you had a lot of usual Jay-Z defenders turn on him and they turn against him.
Yeah, so I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah. I never heard nobody diss Jay-Z for being a capitalist either. So yeah, that might be a lie.
And I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artist. That's a mind game, what we would call back in the day, technology. It's like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take advantage. No one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in a capitalist structure. That structure exists, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic.
So what Hope said too, he didn't get there by taking advantage of somebody or by finding some loophole and exploiting that. So that's what I'm saying. If you look back at his story, he pioneered a lot of that stuff, a lot of the decisions and different things that he was doing.
They started Rockefeller with drug money, right?
Allegedly.
That's not taking advantage of people?
What? Being
selling crack to drug addicts in your own community isn't taking advantage of giving
hold up. What you deem as taking advantage of somebody else may look at as survival. So
you survive by taking advantage of people. They're not
how are you by supplying demand?
Yes, if you supply something,
and that's not
that's literally
I think that's not what made you that's not what made a billionaire though. That's what I'm saying though. That's
no, but the fact, so y'all made like 10 arguments. Let me respond to a couple.
Listen to this. I'm gonna simplify it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Bro, they're talking all over the place, bro. Like, what are we talking about? They just jumbling and mumbling and like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You gonna have to go because the way I had to, when I had to work shit out, I ain't gonna lie to you. This what you do. Go to YouTube. Every little step, bro. Every little small step. Get you a pad. Write down what you want to know, and then save the videos on your either watch later files or your favorites. Save them. Everything that you like, every video that you find like informative. That's how I had to do it. Like that's how I got good on the little auto tune shit. Cause I had to go to this video. I actually downloaded that video. Yeah, I got a video I downloaded about auto tune, and I think I did another one about Fruity Loops because I use Fruity Loops to make these beats and shit, bro.
What they trying to make? Because it's like they just keep talking over each other.
If I start a t-shirt line, right?
Well, when you dealing with Apple shit, you gotta pay for a lot of shit. You gotta pay for a lot of shit, and then you just gotta figure it out once you get it. But like, I got an HP. I got a bunch of HPs in here. I think I got a little. What the hell that damn little thing is over there? That's a I forget the name of that laptop over there, but it's really a flip top. But yeah. Um IBM, yeah. But see, what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy is, bro. Like, see with the C, like the CP and the I'm talking about the computer. The computer. So nobody won't clip me up on some bullshit. The computer and like Windows shit. You can crack shit. You can get in that shit, and you ain't even gotta even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta pay for that shit. Like I'll tell you a little secret. I got cracked versions of some programs, and I don't have to pay for the joints, whatever that go on there, because I can just download shit and put it on there. I can hear something on YouTube, download it, and put it on here and play it. So that's why I'm like, I use crack version, and then this computer right here, I don't put this on the internet like that. Yeah, I got certain softwares I wear. I mean, I got totally free, bro. Like, I ain't had to pay for a goddamn thing. Cause we cracking shit out here. Like, when you crack the code, but it's many programs that got cracked. I got a version that's Pro Tools. On Pro Tools is cracked.
And I sell $10 t-shirts. And I sell 100 million t-shirts. I'm a billionaire.
If you give me this scenario on a blank canvas, I'll probably lean more towards ish than Mark Lamont Hill. But I understand what Mark Lamont Hill is saying, and because we're dealing with Jay-Z, you kind of have to add more context to this. Mark Lamont Hill is saying you can't do a podcast talking about.
Oh yeah, hey y'all, Kanye. I don't know if you heard the new album. Go listen to it, bro. It's a good listen. Sound like the old Kanye, you know what I'm saying? But Kanye basically, like, Kanye one of them people. Like, just think about it. We were talking about Jay-Z damn near being canceled right now. Kanye can't be canceled, bro. Like, he cannot be canceled. He can't. Bro, the man just sold out the whole SoFi Stadium. And I done been to LA and seen that motherfucker. And that motherfucker is huge. This man sold up every seat out in the SoFi Stadium, bro. Come on, big dog.
Oh, I didn't do this, and this. When the very nature of what you do is that.
I don't have an issue with artists making money off their art. I don't have an issue with people making money or profit. Capitalism isn't the only system where people make money.
Hey, bro, can you send me that in the email? Can you send me that in the email?
You make some money and you say you don't like capitalism. Oh yeah, there are other social systems where people make money. Like, give me some.
Damn, bro, so you have 7 pros. Damn.
Right.
See,
so, it's not that there's
like, if I could get the Windows 7 Pro, I don't know, I would probably have to buy a new computer to do this with. But get the Windows 7 Pro, get that Fruity Loops 3.56. I'll be in motherfucking business, big dog. I'll be in motherfucking business.
Where you can't make money.
Telling you, bro.
The question is to what extent. And
I know what to do with that shit.
The issue isn't the definition of capitalism, it's the consequences of it. And so I would ask, somewhat rhetorically, but whatever, right? Like, is there ever been a capitalist system in the world where people who have and people who don't?
Bro, this conversation is stupid. Like, what are you talking about? 1 minute we talking about Jay-Z. Now it's like you trying to compare something to the world. It's like you said, well, I don't got a problem with people that make money, but I got a problem with capitalism. But I don't got a problem with capitalism. I got a problem with the way people make their money. I don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't care about how. As long as you ain't doing nothing nefarious to children or women or the innocent people, things of that nature like that, bro, we Gucci, bro. Just get your money, bro. Get your money up.
And then I'll stop here. To the billionaire point, the issue, I'm sure Jay-Z works hard.
And say, yeah, a billionaire, bro. Like, why is y'all mad, bro? Okay, he got $1 billion and what, bro? Like, You acting like it's a problem with you because he got $1 billion now, bro. I got a motto, and Jay-Z done said it before in one of his rhymes. What you eat don't make me shit, bro. Like Jay-Z got $1 billion. That's not gonna change my life any, unless he pick up one of my beats and the shit go crazy or something like that. So
Jay-Z may work hard, everybody out there. Cool. Listen. The issue for me isn't that, but that kid, to use your example, in Indonesia, or that kid in Latin America or wherever, is also working hard. And it's not just like an arbitrary U.S. standard of comfort. If you're working for $1 an hour, or if you have to work in a factory at 8 years old instead of going to school, I think.
Okay, bro, that's what's up. Hey, hit me up in
terrible set of circumstances. The issue with
hit me up in
amounts of wealth,
Instagram, and then I'll send you the address, bro.
That kind of system.
So you can
sell 100 million t-shirts. It's hard to sell 100 million t-shirts without someone's labor being exploited. It's hard to get $1 billion with me.
It sounds like he trying to make a point that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, I don't understand how you jumping from Jay-Z, then you talking about the world, then it's like when you try to give an example of Jay-Z, you get, oh, the kids over here is working hard too. It's like, bro, what is the point? Get to the point.
Maybe not by putting guns in people's heads, but by investing in systems and companies that do those things, whether it's private security companies, whether it's places people that exploit labor. And that's my issue. I'm not saying, because Jay-Z kind of made a straw man argument in that interview where he's like, well, so $1 million is bad, but 999,000 is good. It's not that. It's not about the individual people. It's about the system.
But he right though. It's like a millionaire is bad. So once I get $1 million, I'm a bad person. But when I got 999,000, like that make good sense. That's a good argument, bro. Like that's a great argument. But one thing that Jay-Z did wrong in that interview, the person he had interviewing him was kind of like, I'm just gonna say he was kind of young, and he couldn't really press Jay-Z with the questions that Jay-Z really needed to be pressed with. Like, Jay-Z needed to be pressed with some different type questions, bro. Like, that shit was cookie cutter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, blase, da-da-da-da, this and that, whatever. Them type of questions. And Jay-Z was really leading the interview.
System itself doesn't allow for
This is where hell may freeze over, because I can acknowledge that Jay-Z told a lie from the pits of hell when Jay-Z said he didn't F over or exploit people to get to where he's at. That's an absolute lie. We can point to instances of him exploiting people. But I can also agree that capitalism is a flawed system, but it's the most perfect flawed system we have. Until you present me, Mark Lamont Hill, a system that perfectly manages human nature and logistics, then I don't really want to hear a critique of capitalism if there's no better alternative. Now,
hey man, that new Kanye though, that shit got that.
Again, that's like their perfect system.
That new Kanye, man, that shit got the vibes. That shit got the vibes with it, bro. The vibes. Like, I was on that Baby King. Then when I left Baby King, I went to the Kanye album. But you know, Baby King and Kanye, they cool. I don't know if they're cool now, but I got a picture of them in Japan together. That's what's up, bro. Hey, keep going, man. Keep going. I'm here for you. Hey, we'll rock out. I rock out with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rock out with you, man. It's a journey, bro. That's how I started writing music, singing, writing music. And it came to rapping. Started rapping, writing raps. Then I get to start producing. Then I get into recording. It's like, it's a journey, bro. Like, it's a journey, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a journey, man. It's a journey, bro. But you know, it's worth it. Because you'll be able to do something that you love to do for the rest of your life, bro. Like, once you learn it and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you could just throw me a keyboard, a little laptop. I'll put Fruit Loops on there and have a hard ass beat on it. Just give me about 10, 15 minutes, bro.
System they like to point to. They claim they're socialists, but they only say socialism because it's more acceptable than saying you're a communist. But communism don't really take human nature into perspective. All right, like how do you get people to choose to go? Blanco, what is you saying, bro? What did you just say, bro?
To sue my landlord, but I don't know where to start. What documents do I need to legally start a business?
Bro. I'm not understanding the point that's trying to be made. I say communism. Right? Because again, that's like their perfect system they like to point to. They claim they're socialists, but they only say socialism because it's more acceptable than saying you're a communist. But communism don't really take human nature into perspective.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Like,
I got you, bro. I got you. For sure.
Blanco, what is you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Shit, I might play me a little something. Play you something. I'm working on these shits. I ain't finished. I'll play these motherfuckers. Playing for you, man. You the only one there with me, so you know we rocking out, bro. Just let you hear some stuff, man. Yeah, but I got some fire shit, bro. I got some fire shit coming for y'all, bro. I really need to get me like I don't know if you heard all these beats yet, but let me see. Hold on, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna play it, but I gotta play it low though. I'm gonna play it low a little bit. Hold on.
Trapaholics, real trap shit. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
I kind of want like a yay type beat on this, like that. I got the choir coming in. That's one I'm gonna play another one. This one right here, I like the bass on that motherfucker. I got the bass going kind of stupid on here. But yeah, I'm gonna have me some musicians come through here and lace this bitch up. We gonna really be. Okay, hold on, I got another one. I'm gonna play another one for y'all. I had to cut it down some. I know you hear the voice. Like some futuristic type shit, like. Like, yeah, those some shits I'm working on. Them the two latest ones I've been working on. Like, I need to lace them up with some more shit. I need to lace them up, but it's coming along pretty good, man. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Coming along pretty good. You dig?
You say, bro. I'm not understanding.
I've got like 50 already.
It's like y'all trying to make a
only
point, but
three
everybody's
published
dancing around the
songs
point.
are construction.
Somebody
It
tell me what
takes
the
a
point
while to
Go to
build
school
music.
for 12 years to become a doctor.
Not really, bro. It's kind of easy to build music. See, I like to take that and record it real to real, then blend together to get that to start. Or you talking about my beat? Or what you talking about, my beat, bro? Or which one you talking about? You talking about my beat? Hit a one in the chat.
Sure.
I
And
should
they're
say
getting paid the
beats.
same as somebody who wakes up every day and I don't know, like clean the roads or take the trash out, right? How do you incentivize that? It can't be, right, a higher standard of living. You can't say, hey, if you become a doctor, even though y'all all got the same wages, we will give you a bigger house. Well, that's no longer communism. That's no longer communism now, because we all have the same quality of life. That's communism, right?
You know, I just been trying to, just do a little extra little shit. I don't know if you heard this. You might have heard this one though, cause I think I made this. I made both of them online on my lives, but let me see if you heard this one. Hold on, let me see. I only put voices in this one. I ain't put no beat. I ain't put no music in it. Yeah, I got all kind of shit going on, bro. Beat Live, family. Which one was this one? Hold on. This might have been. Oh, this another one. I got all kind of shit in. Hold on. This I wrote my MIDI notes fully, drums, piano, guitars, violin, no loops or samples, just me and the mouse, and I do have a MIDI controller, Yamaha piano, but I mainly use the mouse. Cherry Auto has it says 6%. Oh, okay. Cherry Audio, okay. Gotta remember that, Cherry Audio. I might try to download that app and put it in the computer, see if I can make it work. Damn. I got all kind of shit on them. Already, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, really 5. Let me see.
I can't believe it. I don't wanna be here. I can't believe it. I don't wanna be here. You don't have to call me back again. You don't have to call me back again. Yeah, where you been in my life? Don't you say something? I'll be cool. Call you. Ooh, I know what she know. I don't wanna be here. Running to the real. Yeah, where you been in my life? Don't you say something? I'll be cool.
Yeah, bro. I know how to make beats without sampling and shit, bro. But it's just hold on. Yeah. But I know how to make beats. Definitely, that's how I started out. I started out on a rolling RS-70, just tracking, playing everything myself. Cause I didn't even know how to put samples and all that shit in back in the day. That's like 20 some years, 25 years ago, some shit like that. About 25 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I made that shit happen, bro. Like, made that shit happen, bro. Yeah, music is definitely life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, run that back, my nigga. Run that shit back, bro.
You are watching a master at work. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
Oh, shit. And all these people that know about the UFOs, they're passing away. I don't know what's going on, but we better take a quick look into it right quick, y'all. I might load the big soundboard up. I'm gonna play a whole bunch of beats for you, big dog. Alright, that what's up too. That's what's up. Hold on, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna rock out. I'm gonna put the big soundboard up there. We're gonna play some shit for y'all. We're gonna play some shit. Hey, we're gonna play some shit, y'all. We're gonna play some shit.
Classified information related to space technology, okay? This is general.
So we are reacting to Trap More Ross, orientated by Trap More Ross. Y'all gonna take a channel out of Trap More Ross. That's what
He went missing recently. He had one of the highest security clearances when it comes to defense and knowing about space travel, space technology, aliens, the Roswell crash. And he recently went missing. He disappeared from his home. No shoes, no phone, no glasses, just took a revolver with him and he hasn't been seen without a trace. Now, there has been absolute radio silence, no new information about his disappearance, but the newest thing that's just come out, and it's been 36 days since he went missing, and now the 911 call that his wife made, his wife Susan, made the 911 call after he went missing, and this is now being released, and I've got to tell you it's chilling.
So she calls 911 and right away, she says something that will just stop you cold. Again, this is new audio we haven't heard before. Take a listen.
Hey, Michael, what are you talking about with the phone, bro?
April, my name is Susan Wilkerson. My husband is missing.
It's a crack there. Some chapels. Okay. I got you. You said the phone cracked. Trying to tap. I got you.
Plans not to be found. He's left his phone. He changed his clothes into I don't know what. I think he's on foot. All of our cars and bicycles are in the garage. I left for a doctor's appointment at about 11:10, and he was here at that time at the house. And I got back from that at noon, and he was gone. He turned it off and left it behind, which seems kind of deliberate because he's always got his...
Yeah, man, this shit with Gucci, man, this shit going crazy, bro. I'm like, this shit some wild work, bro.
He has a smart...
It's crazy that, bro, you can make a movie about this shit. Bro, he already got to think about it. Gucci signed him, got him out the hood. They had a good relationship, made good music, had songs with Dirk, everything, boom. Go to jail for robbing somebody, boom. Do 4 years, get out. You out for like maybe 2, 3 months. 3 months at the most. You ain't been out 4 months yet, bro. You going right back. You already back in jail. You done brought your daddy, Big 30. You brought all these niggas into this shit, bro. And this shit right here could have been handled a different way. That's all I'm saying. I mean, all this shit could have been handled a different way, but like, I'm just being real with you, big dog. Like, that was some stupid shit, bro. Like, to do, bro. Like, you robbed the person that signed, like the person that. Man, come on, bro. Then Gucci got his security is ex retired police. They gotta tell. They can't just get robbed and gunpoint and all that shit. And then, you know, the police, they gotta tell. You got the police with you. So, and then the white boy already say he was gonna tell the cameraman. The cameraman say he gonna tell too. So like, hey, y'all fuck all the way around. Man, ain't no Secret Service. Them motherfuckers, they went out there and did that shit on camera. Pooh Shiesty got what leg monitor? He got a leg monitor on to tell where he at. Big 30 on camera. Man, come on, bro. When they talking about Gucci snitch, man, cut it out, bro. Watch out, bro. Gucci ain't tell on nobody, bro. If anything, they saying Gucci man wife ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Nobody tell her. I'm gonna tell you who told. The white man that got robbed. Yeah, he had a GPS ankle on this thing, bro. So where Gucci got robbed at, bro, you're right there. You're at the scene of the crime, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, how Gucci told on anybody, bro? Gucci ain't tell on no motherfucking body, bro. Yeah, but that shit really just goofy, bro. Like, I just think Pooh Shiesty should have. I think Pooh Shiesty should have just put out music and just been fair with his fans, show love to his fans, gain more fans, and just blow up, bro. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, you robbed the person that gave you the opportunity to be the artist that you are today, sir. Like, that's weird. That's some weird shit right there, bro. Like, yeah, it's weird out here in this music game, bro. That's why it says never bite the hand. Yeah, bro. That's what they said, bro. Somebody said the same thing you said in the video, bro. They said the exact same thing. They said never bite the hand that feeds you, bro. And I mean, bro, he bit the hand that feed him and just put himself out there, like, bro. It was so stupid the way it was just like, bro, is this really? I'm thinking this some AI shit. Is this even really real? Like, cause they're so good with the AI now, they could recreate anything. But it's like, bro, you on camera, big dog. All of y'all. All y'all on motherfucking camera, dog. Yeah, it's hard to tell these days, but I remember when we were just saying, was it the rap artist? Now is it the visually, is it? We were just saying like, bro, maybe 2 years ago, we was like, oh, damn, is that AI? We was like, oh, we'll hear a new rapper, a new rap come out from a rapper. We'd be like, oh, is it AI or is it? Now it's like you could look at some shit and you can't tell if it's AI or not. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's insane, bit. Like technology is growing at exponential heights, and that shit is not slowing down. So we're gonna have to catch. We're gonna have to get in the fold, bro. 'Cause that's where the money at right now.
Watch. I don't know if that's with him or not.
Has he ever done this before?
Never. Nothing even remotely like it. He's a retired.
I'm waiting on a big soundboard loud. Let me to load up, bro.
But he's also facing some medical issues.
Do you have any video at your home?
No.
Has he been diagnosed with any mental disorders or anything like that?
Well, we've been seeing a doc for both physical and mental in terms of anxiety, short-term memory loss, lack of sleep. The same doc I went to see today.
Does he carry any weapons on him?
Well, not generally. He does have a gun safe, and I went to look in the gun safe to see if anything was missing, but I couldn't tell if anything was. He has quite a number of pistols and rifles, other than.
Hey, what I'm about to ask something. Oh yeah, I'm about to pull up this what the fuck? Why they keep trying to put my white part of down? Oh yeah, what I about to say? I'm about to the big soundboard about to load. Oh, it already loaded up. It loaded up. Cool. You heard that? Have you heard the one beat I made? What is it called? We call it the North Pole beat. Cause they kept coming through here calling me Santa Claus, so I made a North Pole beat for these motherfuckers. Like,
Well, he keeps deteriorating. He didn't want to live like that. But it seemed to me that was just a, man, I hate how this is going kind of thing. Because I told him, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay. We're going to send some deputies up to talk to you, see if we can search a little bit and see what's going on, okay?
Sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
So here's a question, okay? You're a 911 dispatcher. A woman calls, says her husband, this former Major General, walked out of the house hours ago. No phone, no glasses. Apparently changed his clothes. And she says he planned not to have been found. I mean, honestly, what goes through your head about that? How do you even start the investigation? And by the way, how does the wife know this, right? That's key, right? What about his routine? What about, did she know about him, says that this is a situation that he may have taken active steps to not be found. So to help answer all of it.
So look, it's very, very creepy, all right? And it seems a little bit, she didn't really sound too alarmed, but there's been new information going around about McCasland and his background, and Representative Tim Burchett has actually come out to say that his sources have identified a missing retired U.S. General from the Air Force, Neil McCasland, as the UFO gatekeeper. Says this is
I'm trying to figure out how I can hear your music, bro.
The others take notes. No, I was briefed this last week, and that group is very nervous. Let's hear what you have to say, because everyone's scared about it.
You got anything on your YouTube channel?
Just tiny details caused during production. Totally free. Simply spin the wheel and enter.
What happened with this two-star general?
He's the guy that was had a lot of nuclear secrets and was allegedly the gatekeeper. And I've been told by several sources that he was the gatekeeper for the UFO stuff. And of course, his family said, "Oh, he didn't have anything to do with UFO." But these people are people of honor.
They didn't want to die either.
Yeah, and they don't tell their families. So their family doesn't.
Okay, I'm gonna check you out. Screenshot you in there.
There's like a whole bunch of scientists that are also tied to some top secret stuff.
Yes, ma'am. The lady that disappeared, she had a lot to do with the metallurgy, the top secret metallurgy that we use in some of our missiles and stuff. I mean, it all just kind of fits together. And it's a very small fraternity. And when anytime one of them something happens to one, the others are take note. And I was briefed this past week, and I'll just say that that group is very nervous. They are very nervous about what's going on.
Yeah, that is really scary, okay? It says that this then implies the opposite for his disappearance, that he's expected to be called before the UAP task force to reveal what he knows. So he decided to call a Res Waldo. People saying the cover-up is anti-constitutional, and those that have assisted in it be found guilty. If this group of gatekeepers is known, the rest can be subpoenaed before they also disappear. So when McCaslin's wife first reported him missing, she said it seemed like he didn't want to be found. It wouldn't surprise me if he made himself scared so he doesn't have to burn himself in front of Congress. Listening to that call, it sounds as fake as the Tyler Robinson text. Also, consider the fact for the source of this, the Daily Mail.
Okay, it's cool, man. I mean, sometimes things happen, bro. So, like, you know,
he disappeared himself. I don't mean dare abduct.
Gotta just rewire it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it happens sometimes. I know exactly what you're talking about. My mom was supposed to come up here and visit me. I ain't gonna be able to do YouTube like that until like when she leaves or something. I could do it, but
let's do it. Okay, so I mean, look. All right, so they say, if I recall correctly, and I've been paying a great deal of attention to the details around these disappearances, he left his cellular devices at home, factory reset. One can get into the menu on an iOS or Android device to actually reset it, but it blocks on activation if mobile device management is present, which I imagine it was. It being factory reset was the sketchy part. It's the fact that he took a go bag and left them at home is the sketchy part. In fact, if there's another disappearance that shows two people packing up their stuff just quickly, just kind of standing there and staring off into the distance, same place repeatedly, and leaving them with those same protocols. As far as I'm concerned, a person this high up in a government position doesn't just disappear as much as they get disappeared. The reasons are certainly a mystery, but this subject has been consistently heating up over the last 8 years or so, so it wouldn't shock me at all to discover that we're truly at the precipice of something monumental, whatever that means. There have been some amazing developments in science, specifically our understanding of plasma and the idea it's conscious. What we thought was just big, empty space outside of our planet seems to be quite the opposite, based on these discoveries. The idea was suspected for some time, but rigorous science dictates proof, and mathematical proof has been provided and peer-reviewed. There is an utterly fantastic book called A New Science of Heaven that goes into these ideas very deeply, and I'm about halfway through the book because I need to take occasional breaks for it before I really let the info sink in. This man disappear. I don't think any of the 11 people missing just disappeared. We're too connected digitally for something like that to happen, particularly with the resources someone like this gentleman would command in aiding finding him. The notion of adversarial groups on either side of this subject, deep in government, seems more likely to me than anything. If I were him and I saw what was being reported on, I would just get the F out of public as quickly as possible. It would not be shocking in the slightest to discover this man had lifetime handlers from the space that he occupied in his work. People say Manhattan Project 2, the team has been activated. Okay, I said in another post that I'm really starting to get the vibe that maybe these Congress members are being fed misinformation in order to justify a later narrative. I truly hope I'm wrong, but something seems off with all of this to me. I'm a pretty far left. While I don't agree with a lot of Tim Burchett's policies, I genuinely like him as a person, and I've always gotten the vibe that he's on the side of the people and working class. That being said,
I haven't used the AI vocals
yet. Or players in that game can never fully be trusted. It is crazy. Okay, it is crazy. Now look, I'm going to reveal to you the latest person, okay, who is just gone out sad as a result of this UFO situation, okay? And of course, the information is coming from the Sentinel Network. We've been digging deep into their briefings recently, and they have got some absolutely insane details. And there is another person that died without record. This time, they're a Lockheed Martin vice president. They proposed transferring crash retrieval hardware to the Pentagon, and then he died without a record. $9 billion spent in annual research and development, a specific facility, material from the 1950s, 3 independent sourcing vectors, 1 block transfer, and 1 sudden death, 0 public records. It's another suspicious death. It's death related to this situation. I'm James T. Ryder. So, let's get into it. The resume. Before we tell you what this man tried to do, you need to understand what he was authorized to touch. Dr. James T. Ryder held a PhD in theoretical and applied mechanics from the University of Illinois, along with his master's and bachelor's degrees in the same discipline from the same institution. He spent 38 years at the Lockheed Corporation and its successor, Lockheed Martin, and during that career he held the titles of Vice President, Director, Manager, Program Manager, Principal Investigator, and Scientist Engineer. His programs included the L-1011 TriStar, the F-22 Raptor Space Shuttle main engines, Fleet Ballistic Missiles, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, and he worked inside Skunk Works. He worked on classified and unclassified defense systems for NASA. He published more than 30 papers in open literature. He authored numerous classified publications whose titles you will never read. And from May 2005 until his retirement in February 2011, Ryder served as the vice president of the Lockheed Martin Space Systems Company, headquartered in Palo Alto, California. And in that role, he commanded the Advanced Technology Center, the research and development engine responsible for technology discriminators across the Space Systems Company and the broader Lockheed Martin Corporation. The ATC portfolio covered remote sensing and space science, telecommunications and photonics, space-based navigation, guidance and navigation systems, defensive systems, and strategic systems. Programs flowing through that organization totaled more than $9 billion.
Oh, okay, cool.
His Defense Technical Information Center records confirm early career expertise in the fatigue and fracture mechanics of graphite epoxy biomaterials, resin matrix composites, and composite banded joints. In the early 1980s, he authored technical reports under contract to the Air Force Materials.
Yeah, it's good to have like different type of vibes.
Laboratory.
You know, you don't want to just be stuck in one genre. You want to be able to
thermal stress. That expertise is documented in the
outside of
what he applied it
to. Outside of your body.
The stamp is not. The Advanced Technology Center under his leadership assembled the near-infrared camera for the James Webb Space Telescope. It built the Tracer synthetic aperture radar for battlefield surveillance. It delivered the FBI's next generation identification biometric system. It developed quantum fused nanotechnology for military grade electrical interconnects. Those are the unclassified outputs. The classified portfolio is larger. We know this because the ATC's own institutional literature describes work spanning classified and unclassified defense system. You do not build a $9 billion annual R&D portfolio based on telescope cameras and fingerprint scanners. This is the record of a man who spent 4 decades accumulating the credentials, the clearances, and the institutional authority to know exactly what Lockheed Martin had in its possession. Remember that. It's foundational for everything that follows. This is about to get spicy. Okay? This is about to get spicy. The facility in 2000.
I'm trying to figure out why is all these people disappearing. I need to know.
2008. The Defense Intelligence Agency.
You know all this stuff, but now that they flying over New Jersey, now you gotta
activated the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Applications Program. AAWSAP was funded by a $22 million congressional appropriation, championed by Senator Harry Reid of Nevada and managed by Dr. James Lakatsky of the DIA. What happened next has been confirmed through 3 independent sourcing vectors, and it's the most consequential data point in this briefing. The first vector is a passage from Dr. Lakatsky's own book, Skinwalkers at the Pentagon, which was cleared through the Defense Office of Pre-Publication and Security Review before publication. The second is a statement by David Grush on the Joe Rogan Experience, where Grush...
when you writing the lyrics, you can have, I don't know, you got Fruity Loops or a metronome. Just have a metronome going tick, 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 tick. So when you writing the lyrics, you could be going with the actual tick, like, so it's going tick, tick, tick. You be like, hey, I got to go to the gate, got to water the weed, out of the pay. You know what I'm saying? Like on the beat and shit.
Confirmed had been the DOPSR cleared before the broadcast, and the third is investigative reporting by the Liberation Times, citing multiple sources within the program. All 3 converge on the same event. Dr. James T. Ryder, acting in his capacity as Vice President of the Lockheed Martin Space Systems Company, approached AAWSAP leadership with a divestment proposal. He did not speak in abstractions. He identified a specific Lockheed Martin facility. He described the contents, crash retrieval materials from the 1950s.
So when you line it up, like say you just do it on the tick, 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 and you can line the music up and put it, like make it the beat per minute, like stretch it out or make it shorter to accommodate the actual cadence.
And other historical operations. he proposed a mechanism, a technology transfer agreement into a waived, partially acknowledged special access program under DIA oversight. Read that again slowly. A sitting vice president of Lockheed Martin Space Systems.
Yeah, just do that, brother. I mean, that's how you get timing. Like, you gotta practice to get timing, but yeah.
Said we have physical
Because after a while, you're not gonna even need the metronome, like the tick, tick, tick. You ain't gonna need that shit because you're gonna be able to write that shit in your head, and it's gonna be there. But yeah, start off with the metronome.
1950s. Here's what it is. Here is what it is. I want to move it to you. The $22 million appropriated by Senator Reid was originally intended to construct special compartmented information facilities at Bigelow Aerospace.
That's if you don't want to be influenced by a track. But if you want to be influenced by a track, right to the track, because the track got the beat is on it. So
based in Las Vegas, Nevada. The SCIS
it's all the
was
same
not
thing.
Theoretical research. They were physical infrastructure designed to receive and secure physical material. Robert Bigelow, the aerospace contractor who had already funded UAP research privately, was building the receiving end. This was not a leak. This was not a whistleblower stuffing documents into a gym bag. This was a legal procedural attempt by a senior corporate officer to transfer classified material from one custodial arrangement to another through the channels the system provides for exactly that purpose. Ryder used the system, he played by the rules, he identified the facility, described the material, and proposed the transfer mechanism. David Grush later told Congress that he had provided the Inspector General with a specific street address for a facility containing non-human craft material. He submitted that information through DOPSR. It was cleared for public release, but we do not know if Grush's facility and Ryder's facility are at the same location. We do know that two independent sources.
We're going to Celeb Sauce, y'all.
Hey bro, stop paying for streaming. Get unlimited movies for free. Tap and watch now.
Yeah.
What do you think? Love the.
But I done made a beat
Hey,
and then just crafted my voice around the actual beat, like. So it's however you want to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can do it either way. It don't matter.
Thanks for tuning into the song.
People do this shit every day. They be having songs made. They'll put a space in the song for artists. Artists will just record their vocals, send it to them, and put it on the song. Like, it happens every day, bro.
Hey yo, thanks for tuning into The Source, your source for celebrity news. Do me a favor and hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, why don't you go ahead and do that too? Okay, so as you already know, the feds raided 26-year-old rapper Pooh Shiesty, aka Montrell William Jr.'s family home in Cordova,
He probably won't be out to my age or
This
older.
morning, outside of a Cordova home,
He probably 47 when he get out. He gonna get at least 20 years, at least.
Pooh Shiesty's birthday. Now, the house deed didn't specify whether the homeowner is Pooh Shiesty or his father, Lontrell Williams Sr. But the FBI confirms they were at that home to execute a court-ordered search and arrest warrant. Our Drita Patterson has been at the scene of that search all morning long. Drita, what have you learned?
We've learned quite a bit. It just so happens this is a community where a family I'm very close to live. So they were able to sort of walk us through what happened. They are telling us it was well before, several hours before sunup when they first heard a boom. It was then followed by shouting of the
Hey y'all, we are reacting to Celeb Sauce 2124 channel. The Sauce.
The agents who were saying that they were certainly executing a search warrant. I can tell you, after that boom, there was a back door that was breached. Take a listen to what a neighbor had to tell us.
They were here, before sunup. No lights, no sirens, no nothing.
Oh, for real? This one?
Loudspeakers on, saying, we have a walker here, asking out with your hands up and all this.
As of right now, it's unclear if Pooh Shiesty owns the $650,000 four-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home, or if his father does, because records indicate that it's registered under the name Montrell Donnell Williams, a monarch.
Yeah, I'm up here in Atlanta, man. I'm in Atlanta, man. I'm in Atlanta right now, so this is where I live at, but I got my little studio here or whatever. Yeah, that's where I live and shit. I got a house in Florida, but this is where I live right here. Up here in the air and shit.
shared by both the rapper and his father. Interestingly, there are more than 10 other Memphis area properties also registered to the same Lontrell Williams. Now, at first, people thought the feds pulled up to the crib looking for grenades. But then, the real bomb dropped. When the feds held a press conference revealing that Pooh Shiesty, his father, Lontrell Williams Sr., and 7 other men were arrested for allegedly kidnapping and robbing Gucci Mane. Now, as soon as 50 Cent saw what was going on, he jumped online and he wrote, "What the F going on here? I thought you were smoking on Pookie Lock." Stay tuned for the next episode of Only in Atlanta. And then he posted a clip from the press conference.
I'm Ryan Rabel, the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon.
According to authorities, on January 10th, Pooh Shiesty, his father, and a group of other men held Gucci Mane captive with weapons pointed at his head, forcing him to sign paperwork that would release Pooh Shiesty from his contract. Now, of course, we weren't there, so we don't have the video or audio of the incident, but I'm sure if we were there...
I seen some earlier, though, y'all. I seen it.
Ninja, mother come sign those papers, and if you don't, I'm about to bust a cap in your head. So here's what
I seen the shit earlier, with my own eyes.
Federal prosecutors say a meeting was arranged at a Dallas recording studio to discuss a contract dispute tied to Gucci Mane's label 1017 Records. The victims, 3 people in total, including Gucci Mane, flew in thinking everything was official business. But the moment they got inside, everything changed. Authorities say multiple people rushed in and took control of the studio.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, you did the right thing with your bread, bro. Get you a crib, bro.
And took him into another room.
That's it.
That's where
Get you somewhere to stay, bro. Fuck a car, all that shit. If y'all got public transportation, use that shit, but I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, don't fuck all that shit.
From his contract at Weapon Point. But he didn't stop there, because he continued to disrespect Gucci Mane even further by stealing all his jewelry, including his wedding ring, and even making his ninja bow down so that he could unscrew his diamond earrings from his ears. Now, according to Rick Ross, one of the reasons why he believes that Pooh Shiesty went this route is because his lack of education kept him from being able to properly negotiate with Gucci Mane.
DM Rose, what you think, how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation? I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this to the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this gotta be educated and understand. And business, you gotta negotiate. You gotta negotiate. If you were signed for 100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I gotta go. You can't muscle your way out of no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people's side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate. It's time to educate. I want to see them hustlers from the South win. I want to see it. There was a time I got Gotti and Guwap on the phone together. Us 3 on the phone, nigga. And it ain't nothing to discuss. It was no disrespect. It was no raised voices. Rose just wanted to plant that seed. And I understand one phone call may not fix all the situations, but you want to plant that seed where may be able to move forward one day, get some paper one day. The CMG 1017 tour one day, that was Rose mindset. And I wish them but my homies the best. When it come to business, let's negotiate. Just can't take the streets to the do. I'm gonna get a life sentence with that shit. Let's get to the bees.
Meanwhile, the two other men who also came with Gucci to the studio were also held at weapon point. They were robbed of luxury items including Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other designer pieces. As a matter of fact, one of the victims says that he almost fell unconscious after he was yoked up when being subdued. And here's where it gets messier. After the robbery, some of the suspects allegedly hopped online and started showing off the stolen items. Basically, handing investors.
This the part that just like, bro, you goofy, bro. You gotta be a goofy, bro. Like, you gotta be.
Investigators evidence on a silver platter.
You put this shit online, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Him, his crew, his people, the people he got around him, they gonna put some on social media, 100%, without fail. They gonna do dumb shit. They gonna do the shit and put it on social media. It don't matter. Just rob banks. They putting the money on the. They doing the money fan on their hand, up their arm. You feel what I'm saying? Police zooming on the serial numbers we got. Then you rob these niggas. You rob the niggas. Then you post it and put it on social media. The chain say 10/17. It ain't your birthday. It ain't your mama's birthday. It ain't your kid's birthday. This is literally the chains of any artist or anybody associated with Gucci's label. And then you dumb post it on social media?
Once they were all arrested, authorities seized their phones, which are now being used for digital evidence like location data, messages, and timestamps to place everyone inside that studio. In total, 9 people have been charged, including Pooh Shiesty, rapper Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty's father. Feds were able to track all of the suspects down across multiple cities, including Memphis, Dallas, and Nashville, although one suspect was still outstanding and on the run at the time of the initial
Big
arrest.
30.
Now, here's the part that really makes the situation worse. At the time of the alleged crime, Pooh Shiesty was on home confinement.
Yeah, I had to cook me a little something in
otherwise
there.
known as a residential reentry facility.
Cook me a little something before I go to sleep. Give me a little 3-hour nap. Then wake up. Get ready for work
Where he
tomorrow.
served more than 3 years of a 63-month sentence in a high-security prison in Pennsylvania. Because back in January of 2022,
I gotta work 12 hours. But it go by fast, right?
And narcotics in furtherance of violent and narcotics trafficking.
Supersede indictment, man. This the indictment after our original indictment, so we got indicted twice. They smacked us with more charges, thinking that shit would break us and make the conspiracy to possess other drug and violent crime. 3 other decided to do an LLC on a piece of paperwork, bankroll, D-roll, solid, solid. We killed the G, we traumatized about man. For real, I really went through it. You better watch our mouth when y'all saying thank you. I was facing 20 plus or 20 plus another 20 plus what? Never told it, never folded. All shit add up. Every page add up. You see 1 through 10 on anything. Stop playing with it. Made real. You don't know the half of what's really going on. Yeah, my paperwork 4,000 pages long. I go all day with you. Don't know what's really going on. You know what you see on the internet. You content creating that.
Pooh Shiesty sentenced to 63 months, that's 5.25 years, on his federal felony for conspiracy to commit a violent crime or a drug offense using a firearm. He's already served about 1 year, that leaves 4.25 years. Typically, with good time served, participating in certain programs, he can get out after maybe serving 80 to 90% of his time. Look for Pooh Shiesty to be back out and about in less than 4 years' time on the streets. This is an amazing result. He was out on a state charge. He picked up this charge in Florida, which was a federal shooting charge. And then while he had this federal shooting charge, he got another charge for discharging a firearm in a nightclub. That was another federal charge. Prosecutors had recommended 8 years. He got 5.25. He's already served 1 with good behavior. He'll be out in less than 4.
Now, after Pooh Shiesty got out of jail, he sat down and did an interview with Wallow, and this is what he had to say.
When you first came home, what you wanted to do as soon as you got home, man? Just real deal, just relax for real, like, get some peace, see my folks, eat real good, you know, right there, take it slow, man.
Create your avatar? Read about eye automation and find out how you can turn your ideas into reality, even for...
Traditionally, the rapper's involvement in the residential reentry program would prevent him from traveling to another state. However, Pooh Shiesty appears to have been given permission to spend ample time away from the facility, according to his social media posts. Weeks after his release, Shiesty dropped several new songs, including a track called FDO, meaning First Day Out, celebrating his return to society, while also highlighting some of his biggest rap influences.
Boy, them FDO lyrics is a little different now, this Pooh Shiesty and Gucci situation. We really can't be surprised because everything they say he did to Gucci, he pretty much said in FDO. He got locked up with his daddy. He said, my daddy was my first coach. He jumped in the streets. He showed me lanes. He got locked up with Big Dirty. I bet he was in the studio like, 30 pounds of that drink.
Damn. It's crazy, man. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
That's what Grandma said. My grandma told me to keep my grass long whole time I'm mistaken. And he ended up staking Gucci.
Hey, what kind of sandwich you made, big dog?
New charges, but he may have also violated his federal supervision, which can seriously increase the penalties. We're talking about a potential life sentence here. Kidnapping, armed robbery, conspiracy, and because prosecutors say Gucci Mane was forced to sign paperwork at weapon point, this situation could also be charged as extortion and coercion under threat of violence. But even though Pooh Shiesty could potentially face life in prison, DJ Academics thinks that if he's convicted, he'll most likely serve under 20.
They probably offer him on a deal.
I said 20.
Will you take 20? They might go down there.
Oh, I said 20. They'll give him 20 years.
He get a 20-year sentence.
I'll be
That'll be a
67 when he get out.
You think so? I'm thinking a 10 piece. He just did 5. Give him a 10.
Hey, listen. He on 5 years.
Alright, so according to sources, investigators have found car rental records and other evidence linking Pooh Shiesty's father to logistics for the trip and meeting, indicating that he had a role in getting them to the...
This nigga booked the hotel room for the people that was actually at the fucking the heist or whatever.
Scene. And also, in at least one report, prosecutors alleged Pooh Shiesty's father was waiting in the studio area as part of the setup, and he wasn't merely arrested afterwards as an innocent bystander. Alright, so here's the deal. Pooh Shiesty's dad, known online as Mob Ties Global, is the manager to both his son and Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his contract. According to Tasha K, he wanted to cut...
Hey, only God can, you know, you might make it to 107. You never know, bro. Like, only God can, you know, that's in God's hands.
Ties because he wanted to go sign with Yo Gotti's CMG, and in an attempt to expedite the move, him and his father and a few other dudes pulled off this stunt. Soon after the incident in January, rumors were spreading and people pretty much hit the nail on the head because fans noticed that Gucci took down the welcome home post for Pooh Shiesty. And on January 16th, one social media content creator even posted word on the streets as Yo Gotti took Pooh Shiesty from Gucci, and word on the streets as Shiesty robbed Gucci for his wedding ring and watch and made him sign him out of his deal. Y'all heard it first here. Wack 100 was quick to call it BS, saying it gotta be some BS.
Yeah, I'm 47, man. 47.
And at that time, DJ Academics was already reporting that Pooh Shiesty
20 years from now, I'll be 67. So this man, I'll be able to live 20 years in my life. In my older life, I'll be 67 when he get out of jail. That's crazy.
So after the incident, Gucci Mane posted some old photos.
And it ain't like the case, the track is brand new.
wanted for diamond blunt wraps. As far as social media was concerned, you would have never known.
So you'll be 6 years old when that man. You'll be 6 years old when they get out of jail. That's if he just take 20, because it's a lot going on in this right here, bro. Like this is, I'm talking about kidnapping, extortion, weapon charges, lot, bro. This is a lot. It's
Tell me where you got a trump card right here. All these $100,000 a pop. So look, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. That's $1 million right there. That's what I'm willing to invest in my next superstar, because I'm starting a whole new label, fresh, so I see millionaires. So who want to join my new label, because I'm looking for my next male superstar.
Gucci Man got robbed and didn't tell nobody but the law. I told y'all, man, people who are paying goddamn taxes and law-abiding citizens, man, ain't nobody trying to shit. Precisely, Big 30, come here.
البراكتيس ديال الهضره مهم بزاف. الا ما كتهضرش بانتظام بالدارجه صعيب.
Dead, robbing people, trying to goddamn extort. It's dead. Gucci Man done what he was supposed to do. Put the laws in the nigga life. What Gucci Man and his team been working behind the scenes. Infamous.
Several days later, after the incident, Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty announced they would be performing at Rolling Loud in Orlando. Now, here's the thing. About a year ago, Atlantic Records announced it was cutting a whole bunch of artists and staffers, and people predicted that 1017 was about to get gutted. Not long after that prediction was made, Gucci Mane announced that he was cutting everybody from 1017 except Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, both incarcerated at the time. Gucci Mane made it sound like it was his decision based on looking at his P&Ls, profits and losses. But it looks like it was Atlantic's decision. And according to rumors that are unconfirmed, they're saying that Atlantic may have also dropped Gucci and 1017, which is why he dropped pretty much everybody.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shake-up and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now, but when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists, except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I can keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere.
Now, if these rumors are true, it means that when Pooh Shiesty got out of jail, Gucci Mane basically had him locked into a dead-end record deal like he was 12 years a slave. And you also have to remember what allegedly happened when Young Dolph didn't sign a record deal with CMG. Now, of course, it's all rumors, but the streets have always said that when Yo Gotti makes you an offer that you can't refuse, he doesn't take too kindly when you refuse his offer that you can't refuse.
From now on, I'm gonna start managing artists. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people I think should be at the Grammys and other too. So I think I'm gonna start a whole new business. You feel me? I think I'm gonna start.
All right, bro. I'll let you, man. Peace.
I want to start like 2-3 artists.
Unfortunately, for Pooh Shiesty's father, Yo Gotti and CMG, when you force somebody to sign or unsign a contract under duress, that action is nullified. Therefore, even though these dum-dums are most likely going to spend the rest of their lives in prison, Pooh Shiesty is still signed to Gucci Mane.
Also, Pooh Shiesty is not out of his contract. You guys gotta stop getting on this internet saying that he did a good job because now he's free from him. No, he's not. He actually might owe him more money. I'm not speaking towards this comment, by the way. If you guys paid attention in school, now that it's been proven that he was forced to sign that contract by Pooh Shiesty, it's voided and the agreement still stands. So now Pooh Shiesty basically gotta sit in jail and still pay Gucci. Not only that, Gucci and his record label, which they already showing they're about to do, can sue Pooh Shiesty and make it so he basically get more money off of bro. He on a 360 deal, man. That nigga in an infinity deal now. Y'all keep talking about something he did great. No, he didn't. He back with boys. He got to tickle boys and give all his money to Gucci now.
Alright, so in an interesting turn of events, right after Gucci Mane got robbed by Pooh Shiesty in the studio, YouTuber Seti Nash jumped online and told Gucci Mane to tap in with him because he would be able to get his stuff back from Pooh Shiesty.
Gucci Mane, man, tap in with me, bro. I can get you back. I can get you your ring and your watch back, brother. If y'all don't know, Gucci Mane got a problem. They had to take him out of his watch, they had to take him out of his ring. That boy stepped in there with security, all type of in his face. Yeah, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. Yeah. Security was big, they drew down on security. How much more detail I can tell on that one? We ain't finna do all that. But Gucci, if you want that, tap in, bro. I'm probably, listen, tap in, bro. You can get back.
I wonder if Gucci ever tapped in with Seti to get his stuff back. Probably not, because as you can see now, Gucci and the two other people who were robbed on that day contacted the feds. Now, as you already know, this isn't Pooh Shiesty's first or second or third run-in with the law. He's a repeat offender, because Shiesty, who was born and raised in Memphis, first rose to fame in 2020 when he was signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 record label. Months later, he released his first major hit, Back in Blood, which reached the top 20 on the Billboard charts. However, in July of that same year, Shiesty was involved in a pow-powing incident in Memphis when he was found to have been in the same vehicle as a person who discharged a weapon at a local gas station. Months later, he was also arrested in Florida after another pow-powing incident which 2 people were injured. Authorities said that the pow-powing occurred during a robbery in which narcotics, codeine, and several pairs of luxury sneakers were stolen. He was also taken into custody yet again in 2021 after being accused of pow-powing and wounding a security guard at a Miami club. Following his arrest, a judge ordered him to be held in custody without bail until his trial. However, he agreed to a plea bargain before the trial could take place. So, as you can see, this dude has a history of violence. Now, with regard to this particular incident, Ryan Raybould, the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, said, this case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. But after he said that, Yo Gotti's attorney, Arthur Horn, who's representing Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty, jumped online and said, since you're so quick to jump to conclusions, why don't y'all wait till all the facts come out?
I just hope that people will